Hmm. Do you see me? 'Cause I see you. Now that's pretty intense. That now, not only can you see me, but now I can see you. Ah, no, it's not happening. I mean, that would be nice. I've done live streams that way where we saw each other. Like, you know, you pop in the screen somewhere, you're hanging out. We're all hanging out together. It's like a big family. Yeah, those days. I've done that. I've done that before where you see me and I see you. I'm not talking about the intensive care unit either, but unfortunately, with all the things going on in this world, those three letters do pop up pretty often, and it's sad that it does. But there are things that are happening right now that really got me wondering if there is some kind of cloud that's following me wherever I'm going in life, and it's just raining on my party, or it's just raining all over the place. We did have a flood, yeah, the other day. Well, that's a whole other situation. I wasn't really trying to transition into a conversation about a flood, but now that I've just talked about this dark cloud following me all over the place, which unfortunately, sometimes we fall into that situation where it's like every day we feel like we're just having just more bad luck and more bad luck, and we just don't know what to do about it. And the more harder we try to get out of a situation, it seems like the more challenging it gets. But hey, don't give up, right? I'm not giving up. And I barely had time to share this kind of stuff with you, but I have some footage that I tell you, it's crazy how that I was able to predict some of the things that have been happening over the recent months. And I got video proof to show you how crazy things have been in the past and how I was able to kind of foresee, like, it was almost like foreshadowing some of these things. And I got the footage. And I'm going to be uploading some of that stuff. And it's like I said, I had pre-recorded some things just before selling the house. And it's crazy how some of these things I mentioned are now coming into play. And it's kind of scary in a way, because my daughter has this intuition about things. Like, she can kind of sense when things are about to happen. And now I'm thinking, what the hell did I get myself into? And why did I do what I did? I should have thought about this. We make mistakes. We all do. We're just human. So I made some mistakes, and I am regretting ever selling my house as a rent to own, as a 1-year lease purchase agreement. This is 2 months now. You believe it already? Two, not one, not 1 month, not 1 week, 2 months since I sold the house. 2 months. And you've been on a ride like crazy with me. The things that have happened in those 2 months. Here in this new townhome, the things that have happened, I have footage that will enlighten you. I'm sure you might find some interest in what I have to share. And I do have some editing to do. I was trying to get some editing done today, but it was a very challenging day, considering the things that I had to get done, the responsibilities that I have, and I've been just working overtime. And that new electrical project, remember I was telling you about the job? That it got pushed over for another Monday. Well, that Monday has already come, and that was last Monday, and now here's the second Monday. So this is how time is going by so fast. I think this is true. When you get older, time just goes by faster. It's the perception of time. Is this like some kind of time continuum like thing, or is there some kind of game being played? And the older we get, our concept of time, our perception of time is altered. As if we have less time much faster. It's a scary thought. It's a scary thought. It really is. I don't know. Time is slipping away. If you want to spend time with your friends and family, don't hesitate. Do it. Spend that time with those that matter. Those that are important in your life, spend that time with them. I know it can be difficult right now, considering sometimes we're in a situation and we're told we have to do this or we have to do that, and we want to do this and we want to do that. It sucks. Let's see who's out here. I got so much to share. Holy crap. You know what? I normally don't live stream on this channel, but when I looked at Up to Speed Media and I saw when I did live streams, I was barely reaching out to anybody. I'm like, I probably got a better shot at reaching out to more people on this channel than on Up to Speed Media. I don't know. Like I said, I'm a has-been. I used to be successful on YouTube. Now it's crap. It's crap. It's total garbage. The whole platform is total. It's useless. The only thing good about it is the fact that you're still here. What's left of everyone, what's left of everybody who's subscribed to me, that's the only thing that keeps me going. Otherwise, I could just care less about the platform itself because it's nothing. It's useless. You cannot monetize like you could in the past. You can't make no money anymore. Everything I do now is coming straight out of my pocket, and I am just bleeding financially to the point where even in this townhome, I don't even know how I am making it. I don't know how I am surviving. I really don't, because I am still in the negative. And I thought things were going to work out, but things are just as complicated as they were before. And adding on selling a house 2 months ago that used to be our primary residence and is now a battle between me, the seller, and the buyer because of the situation that has been currently going on. If you have not been following, check the videos about the termite problem and the ant problem and the things that we discovered. My friend discovered things in my behalf when he went to the property and saw what was in a room that used to be my office. So he saw furniture in there that was old and being sanded and painted and all that. And then he saw dust all over the floors. He checked the air filters that were into the furnace, you know, the HVAC system, the whole high-vac system, all got clogged up. The filters all clogged up with wood dust. And he said it had a funky smell in there. I'm like, what are these people doing to the house that's technically, I guess it's technically mine until the lease agreement's up, which is 10 more months. Like I said, I did a rent-to-own on that house. The buyers had bought it as a rent-to-own. It's a lease purchase. And I'm technically the landlord, and they're the tenants. And so this stuff is dumped on me. And it's so crazy. I have actual footage about a week before. It was about a week before I sold the house. And there were things that I was spot on about before it happened, and how I was so hesitant in selling the house. I was so hesitant in doing a rent to own. I was so hesitant in all these things, but I was in such a financial, stressful situation that I had no choice but to just move forward with it. And man, I can't believe how many things I just kind of foreshadowed happening, predicted. Is it my gut? Is it my trust issues? Is it because I don't have trust in a lot of people? And, I trust some people, but man, I tell you, I found it hard to even just, you can get scammed selling a house. Believe me, you can get scammed selling a house. And I feel like I don't want to say too much right now, because really it's not in my best interest to say exactly how I feel. There are opinions and there are facts, and until I have more evidence, I'm only going to say hypothetically. This is like me just hypothetically, allegedly speaking about the situation. Because, like I said, it can get complicated. But I'm under the impression that I'm being scammed. I'm under the impression, hypothetically, allegedly now, I'm just saying, I feel like that I am being toyed with. And I have some footage from back in it was July 19th and July 20th. And man, I cannot believe, because I got into a conversation and I can't believe when I look back at it, because like I said, I was trying to find footage. I told you guys, like I have unseen footage. I have pre-recorded footage that I had recorded at the house before I sold it. I stocked up on footage and I had stuff that I never shared. And sometimes what happens when I record content, it gets outdated. And then it's like it's not relevant anymore, so it just never gets uploaded. I'm like, no one's going to want to watch it. It's not relevant anymore. It's a week old. It's 2 weeks old. It's a month old. It's 2 months old. It's a year old. Like who's going to want to watch it? I got so much footage, and my daughter, she's got footage of stuff that was pre-recorded at the house, and there's just so many things that we have together as far as footage, and of course we didn't upload a lot of stuff, but I did start gradually uploading things, and you might see some pre-recorded stuff that you have noticed in the past, and then you wonder, wait a minute, what are you doing there? But like I said, pre-recorded. And I did go over to the house. Like, this was back when I did the termite treatment. I had to drive all the way over there. It was a freaking long drive, and I'd stay at a hotel on the way there and then on the way back. And it was a stressful situation going there, because I would have never thought in a million years that there would have been termites. Okay? Now, those couches, the furniture, wooden items in that room that used to be my office, being sanded, being stained, being painted. Do you know that termites and ants and insects can hide in the couches, in woods, especially if somebody eats on the couch and food gets into the couch, things like that? You can bring in pests from another place into a new home. Then they take ownership of your home, and then they start destroying your home when they're termites, right? And ants get into things. You get what I'm saying? There was never a problem with termites until the buyers were in there. And it was like, after about 3 weeks, towards the end of the 3 weeks, that's when these issues arised. It's like the first month of hell because of all that. Unbelievable. Let's see who's out here. We have fallen out here. Loretta, Lisa, Paranormal Magnet. I think I would take the house back. Denise, I got so many thoughts going on. I'm talking to a friend of mine who is a realtor. I've talked to a friend of mine who is an attorney. I got some advice. I do have security cameras on the premises, okay? And consider technically, because right now that the house, until the whole lease purchase is up in another 10 months. Technically, I'm the landlord. It's still my property. I just don't live in it. They live in it. And I do have exterior outdoor cameras on the outer perimeter of the house, which is public area. It's, I have rights to access. I mean, I don't access anything inside. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying outer perimeter. The property itself, on the look, just to be on the safe side, make sure there's no damage or nothing that's in violation of the contract that's happening outside on the exterior of the house. I have access to it, and I was talking to my friend who was an attorney to find out whether I have rights to actually access it on my apps, on my phone. Because part of that, it was like that, all that equipment, all the camera stuff that's on the exterior, that stayed with the house. And part of the agreement is, that they can use that. And I would have access to it until the lease is up. So that's pretty much how that went. All written, a written agreement. So I just wanted to double check that, because see, when you disclaim something and you bring something into a contract and you have it written out and everyone signs, all parties agree, then you're covered. But if you're just sneaking around and you have cameras hooked up and then you don't even, give them any notice of such thing, and so you don't have the consent, right? Because it's not in the contract, it's not mentioned. You go to an Airbnb, there's an obligation to mention certain things, right? They mention whether there's cameras on premises, if there's cameras inside, if there's cameras outside, you name it. All right, there are cameras inside and outside, but I'm not there to access anything internally. That's not my business. That's their business inside the house. I'm only concerned about the structural integrity and what's going on in the exterior around the property. If the grass is being maintained, everything else, I don't need any more problems. Those are the things in the contract. I said I would have access to the cameras on the outside of the house, and that I would not have any access to the interior cameras. But they can use the cameras, so they have access as well. But I have access for outdoor cameras, and I do have some interesting things that are going on in my life, and there's crap going on at that house. And there's one thing that was brought to my attention, is that they saw something. Yeah, they saw. When I sold the house, part of the contract, the whole verbal thing, it was verbal, then it was like written. There's a lot of things that were verbal, then they were just reinforced by written. And before things took place, I explained about the paranormal events that were going on in the house. I did explain about the disclaimers on my YouTube channel and the kind of content that I put out there and what the expectations were. And I explained everything about what's going on. So they had a total understanding. They knew the real situation about everything, because, outside of YouTube, when you're doing a contract, we're talking real business here. We're not talking YouTube world. We're talking the real in IRL. Okay, not everything that goes on in my life gets put out there on YouTube. So like I said, these are the things that I had discussed with the buyers. And so they had a total understanding, and they had no problem with the content I was recording, because they knew what I was talking about. They knew that, hey, I mentioned that there were some things happening that were unexplainable. We don't understand some of the things that were happening. I said it could be some kind of, something that was attached or a ghost, but they kind of laughed it off. And, I think it's when I said too much about my YouTube content, maybe that kind of invalidated everything else that I said. But then when they experienced something, which was pretty recent, they kind of laughed about it and said, yeah, well, there's your ghost. We experienced something, but it didn't happen once. It happened one time, and that was it was a little over a week ago. It could have been more than that. I don't know. Time is slipping by. It's flying by so fast. I can't keep track. But it was just the other day when, hey, they messaged me again 2 times. I don't know if they're like messing with me. Is this like an attempt to like, okay, let's try to get him down on the price. Let's renegotiate. Let's, are they trying to do something like the whole thing? I don't know. You bring furniture into the house. What if you deliberately had brought insects in the house just to try to, I don't know, interfere with the contract? But someone trying to do that, I'm just saying hypothetically now, allegedly. I'm not trying to make any factual statements. This is based on my paranoia, my opinion. But say if somebody were to go in a house, and say somebody was to buy a house and they were interested in it, and they wanted to get a better deal, but they wanted to make sure that they had their shit moved into the house. They signed the papers. They wanted to do a lease purchase. They're trying to find every little way to make it easier for them to take advantage of the buyer, or the seller, that is, take advantage of the seller. And so then all is fine. Then these people move in, right? Then weeks later to about a month later, they are saying, "Hey, there's cockroaches or there's termites, ants, and in the house." All right. So they said, "Well, can you address that? Because somebody to take care of that, and we can't have that." So yeah. So then you take care of the situation, all right? But then they're not happy with how you take care of it. Like they wanted to really have a professional, and they're like, well, and then you're kind of like, I mean, it's kind of like that, all right? What do you think? Do you think somebody had intentionally? Would you think that somebody could intentionally bring insects or pests or these termites into a house as a way to renegotiate a price? Because maybe the original negotiation, say if someone made an offer in the house in the beginning and it was lower, and the person's like, nah, it's too low, go higher, right? Like I would say, like if I was the seller in that situation, like I'm trying to be hypothetically speaking about all this, saying, no. The other person had a better offer. All right, so they put in a high offer, which it's like, wow, so they're willing to pay this much more? Well, that's pretty impressive. Okay, let's go with them. They really want the house, so let's do it. So then, you do the rent to own because that's the way they want to do it, to pay the higher, bid, the perfect, higher amount. And so you go through all that, and then like almost a month later, we got the termites. Oh, blah blah blah. We got the blah, blah, blah. And then just like start to nitpick about a little bit of this and about the windows, and just start nitpicking about things, just like here and there. Okay. Then you start thinking, all right, if it's a new place, why would there be any issues? And why all of a sudden is it happening now? And you're thinking, could they be using that as some kind of leverage to maybe try to get out of a contract? But since they already have their stuff moved in, they're like, well, I'm going to put the buyer through so much. I'm going to put this. I keep getting this messed up. The seller, the buyer is going to like think, oh, well, you know what? The seller, I'm sure the seller is not going to want to go through the hassle of having to, go through all this all over again. And we're already in there, and, we got our stuff in there, and now there's a problem that's been brought up, and there's termites. And if he tries to sell the house again, now there's a record of termites, and that's going to bring the value down. And, they're going to try to use that as a negotiation. Like, well, now that you have termites, if you try to sell the house, it's going to be, you're not going to get as much for it. So, and then they're like, well, we don't really want to be in here with termites, but, maybe we need to renegotiate a different price and agree upon that. And then we'll stay, because I know you're going to have trouble selling the house now, but termites, this is the kind of thing that I'm thinking in my head right now. Okay? That's the kind of shit that I'm thinking. Is that the kind of thing? Could somebody be doing that? Could somebody be doing that kind of thing where they are trying to get the house down to a price that they want? So am I getting scammed? Or hypothetically, supposedly am I getting scammed? You get what I'm saying? Does it make sense? Does anybody understand? Does anybody grasp that concept? I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm trying to present it in a way that you understand. I know sometimes I can be confusing about how I explain things. Sometimes I just need to just sit down and figure out what the hell I'm thinking, because it just flows through my brain so fast and maybe my mouth doesn't spit it out right. But I feel like I'm onto something here. And I feel like that I'm being scammed. And that's just how I feel. It's not a factual statement. It's what I feel. I don't know what to say about this. Here in Illinois, if a house is being sold and has activity, it has to be disclosed by law. Also, absolutely, yes, these people could be chiselers, roaches can be transferred. Yes, like everything was disclosed. I disclosed about having security cameras and the fact that I would be accessing the exterior outside cameras. I also, the whole thing about the YouTube content and the paranormal stuff that was emanating from that house through the YouTube videos. I explained everything. There was an inspection. There was no insects found. There was no issues. I did even bring up the fact that we had a mouse in the house, but that was an isolated issue that someone left the door open. The mouse was taken care of. We actually caught it and put it outside in the deep, deep woods. Okay. that was it. Like we cornered a little critter. And that was like it was like he zigzagging, and we were quick. And we had mouse traps set and everything, but the mouse was too slick for the traps at the time. So we saw it at nighttime. It was like running through the floor and kind of got cornered. And Brianna was on one side and I was on the other side. And the mouse was like, didn't know which way to go. And then we both came in. And then we got a towel and we just went in the towel and put the mouse in the towel and we went outside. You know, that's what happened then. And that was the only issue. And the other issue is we had some water get in the basement. And because there was a really, really bad like rainstorm. This was about, I think it was a year and a half ago or something around there. There was really bad rain and we had some water that was in there. And that was about the only issue. And then there was a snow problem where there was snow built up on the roof and it was like really thick. And then it was melting so fast because the next day it got so warm. And then it was just like back feeding into the gutter and then up under the shingles. And then there was an area that water was getting in there. But those were things that were addressed. And there was no problems. Those were just isolated things that were addressed and fixed and no longer an existing situation. So all the things that happened with the insects and everything, that's all new stuff that's been happening. And you know, it's like, wow, it's weird. It's like they buy the place, move in, and all of a sudden this stuff's happening, right? It's a messed up world when you deal with scammers out there. I'm not saying that the buyers are scammers right now. I'm just saying, hypothetically, supposedly, you know, there are scammers, right? That will do these kinds of things to try to get a lower price. Because, yeah, so, you swoop in. You go in with a high offer. It only makes sense because someone is, if they're desperate enough to try to scam you, they want to go in at a high offer because they want to get that chance. Like, okay, well, if we're going to scam this guy, we got to make an offer that's above the rest, and how do they know what the offer is? Thing is, you put in an offer, they probably guesstimate it based on some of the estimates. And I did have a price that my friend who's a realtor, she worked in the price there. And she didn't even have it officially listed. And, like she had like contacts of people that were like interested in a specific kind of home. And then like she reached out to them before it got listed. And it's like they were interested. And then she mentioned the offers. So I knew what the offers were. Like I knew what they were. And I knew how much higher his offer was on the other ones. So he made a pretty high offer. So I'm sure he had an idea of what the offers were in reference to the actual asking price. So I feel like a scammer will definitely try to get on top and be the highest bidder in such a situation, so they make sure that they have that opportunity to scam somebody, right? So once they plant the seed and once they get into there, then it's like now they can start to do the damage. Now they can start to do the things. But why would someone intentionally bring in termites? Now, the only thing I can see is that somebody had, they had the furniture. Yeah, it sounds logic that the termites could have came from the furniture. But who knows? What if they intentionally planted termites there so that they can get a renegotiated price? And you know how much money you can lose on a house if it's got termites? You're talking 15-20% off the price, right? Am I off a little bit? 10, 15, 20%? There could be some kind of discrepancy. There could be a big difference in the price, right? And when you're talking about a house that size, think about the price difference. I don't know. It's just, to me, I just feel like something has come from the furniture. And if they were intentionally planting them in there, they're just making it bad on themselves, unless they planted some, took some pictures, then got rid of them. So the pictures showed that there were some, and then they got rid of them so that they wouldn't become a problem. So that, oh, the joke's on you. Now you think you got termites. Now you got to disclose that there's termites. Now that you have disclosed this, because now, say, there's an inspection again. All right. Maybe they leave them around long enough for them to be spotted in an actual inspection as opposed to a visual picture thing. Okay. And then they knew where they put them. So then they go back and clean up their mess so that it doesn't spread more. Maybe they address it. Maybe that's why they wanted me to go there. And then they were specific about like an area that they were really concerned about. Like, wow, you're really concerned about a specific area in the house. Could that be because that's where you put the freaking things? I don't know. It just seems that way. I could be wrong. But I'm just, like I said, hypothetically, supposedly, allegedly, I feel like I'm being scammed. Did I say too much? Am I entitled to my opinion about this? And I have videos of me like basically predicting this kind of crap happening, and it's so crazy that I just was in that mindset. I think it's because of my trust issues that I was like afraid to sell the house, feeling that I was going to get scammed, that someone was going to plant like rodents in the house or cockroaches or some kind of varmint, some kind of animal. And sure enough, close enough, termites. I mean, I was off by species and whatever it was, but I'm telling you, it's pretty creepy and pretty scary how close I come to just kind of like predicting what has been happening now. And it's got me concerned because I have other thoughts of things that are like, I'm kind of, I don't know, like an intuition, a premonition. It's a feeling that I'm having. And I'm scared, not like scared for my life, but I'm scared on a different level. I'm concerned that this may actually come into reality, that this may happen. Like, my thoughts may come true of what I'm feeling. And I'm afraid to even say it, because if I say it now, I feel like I'm pretty much setting this whole thing up in stone, and then it's going to be like no way around it. Should I just keep my mouth shut and let it play out, see what happens? Or do I say something now? Or if I do, is it going to now it's going to really happen? You know what I mean? I don't know what the hell to do about it. I have no idea. Well, there went my question. I adore you, Bobby. Thank you so much, Maria. Hey, trying to be positive, trying to be, trying to be on the up and up. I get whatever. Just trying to be happy, but sometimes it's a little difficult, Considering what's happening. Yeah, my hair. My hair is different. It's a little different style. Like I said, every time you see me, you're not going to know who I am anymore. I'm going to be like, Bobby, what are you doing to yourself? You're changing too much. You can't tell. Connie, I missed your house too. You had so many I know there were so many great memories there. I do miss those. I do miss those times that we had there. I don't know. I just feel something, and I don't want to say it right now, but I feel something, and I'm scared to say it, but I might say it on camera, pre-record what I've got to say, and then share it later. Maybe once I get past this certain situation, let it play for a little bit, let it play out, and then upload what I pretty much have a gut feeling about, and then we'll take it from there. Because sometimes I feel like I just need to keep my mouth shut about certain things, because I just don't want to create a problem. Sometimes. Pastor Rick Lee, God bless, brother. Thank you so much, Pastor Rick. Joseph Mateo, hey, how you doing? Told you they're trying to scam you. Yes, Joseph, I kind of get that vibe. I can't really, I can't say, hey, you're doing this, you're doing that. I'm just getting that feeling, and sometimes it's all about going with your gut feeling. And until I know for sure what's going on, I I really don't want to say anything as a fact, but but I'll say it as an opinion or how I feel, like, and leave it up to you to figure out, like, just kind of analyze that situation, kind of feel it out, and let me know what you think about it. I would love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know what you think about this situation. Do you think that Bobby, the guy that makes all these crazy videos, yeah, this guy, do you think that I am being scammed by these buyers that are technically tenants while I am having all the responsibilities as a landlord? What are they going to do? Are they going to damage equipment now? Why did I even say that? Like, they almost damaged the HVAC because of all the dust they created in there with the sanding, the furniture, painting, all that stuff, staining it, creating a dusty environment, clogging up the filter, leaving the air like freaking way down in the cold. I mean, freaking practically freezing temperatures in the middle of the hot summer, 90-degree plus weather. What are they trying to do? Like, what were they thinking? Are they trying to, do they want a new HVAC? Did they just want a whole new air conditioning? Oh, well, it's got a 10-year warranty, but we want to start over from the beginning. So we're going to damage this so that, since he's a landlord right now, we'd have to replace it. And then we'd have a whole brand new system to worry about when the lease is up and then it's into an actual, transfer of name. Is this the kind of crap that's going on? Am I gonna find some other things that's gonna happen? This is gonna get broken down. That's gonna get damaged. You know what? If it's gonna be a problem, let's create the problem now while he's a landlord, so that he has to fix the problem, and then we'll have all new appliances. What are they gonna do? Mess up the refrigerator? No, I let the refrigerator stay as part of the whole agreement. It's like, the refrigerator stay. I'm not dragging around the refrigerator because right now I'm in this townhome. Do I need to be dragging around all these big things? It was like this: the refrigerator. I'm not going to need the same kind of refrigerator anymore. So why? It's too many things, too many bulky things. Certain appliances just stayed. The gas stove stayed, dishwasher stayed. Things like that stayed. Certain things went. Certain things didn't. All right. So is that what it is? Because when you're in the landlord stage, I guess, of a contract, whether it's a lease, purchase agreement, or what have you, you got landlord responsibilities, right? So anything goes wrong, it's like you got to deal with it until that whole thing's up. 10 more months of this crap. Do I need this? Do I need this? 10 more months of this? I'm gonna lose my mind in 10 more months if all this is gonna be is just nothing but let's nickel and dime this guy. We're gonna have another. Oh, the dishwasher's gonna fail next, right? That's what's gonna happen, right? I was trying not to go down this road, and here I am opening my mouth. It's all spilling out, and there's one thing I'm just not gonna say, because that's the thing that's creating the biggest fear right now, and I'm gonna keep my mouth shut about that. But I feel like I'm spewing everything out right now. Tina G, how you doing? Thumbs up this video. Hey, I love that that cheerleading. I love it. That's a great idea. Smash another thumbs up. Hey, why not? I got a place that I can be sticking my thumb right now, and yeah, well, I'm not gonna say where, but you ever get you get a thumb shoved in your freaking eye? Yeah. I'm so frustrated. I'm not saying anything else. All I'm just saying is I feel like I'm being scammed, and it's really bugging the hell out of me. And that's what choice of words that I have, bugging the hell out of me. It's really annoying me. Maria, in Jesus' name, amen. Thank you so much there. Ron Minarski, how you doing? Shannon, what's going on? Get them out now. Yeah, they think they're going to negotiate a price. This is the thing. They think they're going to negotiate a price. Well, they got something coming their way, because I am not negotiating a price. And if I can find any proof that whatever they're doing is malicious intent to try to scam me or try to cause property degradation or property interfering with the value of the property, causing any kind of property damage with the intent to try to get a better deal by renegotiating the price, thinking that, now that the property would be worth less, that they would be in the first position to have ownership, if they were to continue with the contract, and kind of like an amendment of the contract kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like things are revised. Is that what the plan is, right? Like, let's screw Bobby over. Like, I don't need that kind of thing going on in my life. I don't need to be screwed over. I got enough crap going on in my life. I am literally broke. Okay? I don't even know how I'm going to get money for next month. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know what's going to be happening on October 1st. I have no idea what's going to happen on October 1st. Well, I do know something that's going to happen on October 1st because I'm counting the days. Well, that's going to be interesting. That'll be nice. But the thing that I'm having fear about on October 1st is going to be the fact that every month, on the 1st of the month, there is that payment that's part of the agreement. That's part of the agreement. Where are we going to stand by that point? What's going to happen at that point? Pastor Rick Lee, thank you so much, Father. We come here before you today and ask that you give our brother Bobby discernment and peace concerning these matters. Father, that thy will be done on earth as in heaven. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen to that and amen to that. Just like amen, amen. Just like potato, potato, tomato, tomato. Thank you so much there, Pastor Rick Lee, for that super chat and those words in prayer. I'm hoping and praying for so many people right now because of what is going on in this world. And that really has me so worried because I'm like, I've been visiting family on top of working. I have a new, this new job that I just started. And not only is this electrical, okay, this is kind of like I'm the handyman, but it doesn't pay as well as the other job. That's the unfortunate thing. It's almost like by the time I count, just putting the time aside to get there and charging up the Tessie, which it adds to, expenses. I don't have a supercharge. Like I don't have, but I used to have, a garage with a charger to charge the Tesla. And the only way to charge the Tesla is to plug it in, and it's like overnight charging. It could take up to 2 days. So I have to use a supercharger now to charge the Tesla. And I do plug it in, to charge it slow to maintain it, but it's not enough like juice. I do have a 220 outlet I can use on the dryer. But when I mentioned that to the person who's renting this townhome to me, they didn't seem to be too, I guess, keen about that. They didn't want me messing with the dryer. Unfortunately, I was in the beginning. I was like, oh look, we got a dryer, we got a plug. Hey, I'll just plug it in. And I thought to myself, I don't want to be that person that's disrespectful. I'm going to ask. I'm going to ask. I'm going to say, hey, is it okay if I plug it in? And he's like, he doesn't want anything unplugged. He doesn't want anything that's not supposed to be plugged in there. So it's like, what am I going to do? So I was plugging in the regular 120 volt outlet, so it takes longer. I did have some opportunities to plug it in to a dryer plug at some other places when I was going on my trips in a certain part of Florida. And I stayed at a clown cottage for 2 nights. I was able to access some 220, to charge the Tesla a little bit faster when I was there. And I did it 2 night or 3 night. Was that 3 nights? Yeah, I think it was 3 nights I stayed overnight. The craziest thing I've ever done when it comes to staying a night is staying a night in a place like that. Like, what was I thinking? Holy crap. So yeah, the people, I have some footage which I'm going to be uploading, and something like when I was living in that place 2 months ago, this was like a week before that I had went into contract with this buyer or scammers. No, buyer. Not scam. I can't say scammers. Allegedly, hypothetically, scammers maybe. I don't know. Like I said, I've already explained to these people about my content, and if they're watching, they know, like, they know where I'm going. Like, they ask me, would you really meant when you said that? And sometimes I'm like, like, am I just being watched? Is this what it is? Like, they're gonna watch me. So I say hypothetically, allegedly. Maybe that's why they're getting a little. Their behavior is different. Maybe they don't like me talking about this stuff on YouTube. They don't like it, but they're not actually saying, I watch all your videos. But it's they bring up things, and so it's like this. I have the right to speak my mind. It's that the freedom of speech, right? I have an opinion. I'm not calling them scammers. I'm not saying they are. I'm just saying I feel like I'm being scammed, and I'm just kind of giving you examples of situations and scenarios where people can get scammed doing these kind of specific things that, are shady. And I just have that feeling. I'm not trying to be best friends with anybody. I can care less if they like what I say or, if they agree with what I say. But I'm smart enough not to be pointing fingers and calling anybody, that's in a contract with me and saying, hey, you're a scammer. No, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to voice my opinion, to express my thoughts. And if I can't be honest with my feelings and express how I'm feeling without causing something to be more complicated, or am I not supposed to do that? Oh, that's a shame on me. If I think something, I'm going to say it. Doesn't mean that I'm saying they are scammers. It's just saying that I have a feeling I'm being scammed. That this is kind of a thing. It's coincidentally matches certain scenarios that go on in my head. I could just visualize that someone can try these things to try to get an advantage. And then be first in position. Like, hey, we're already here. You're going to have trouble selling the house with termites. You might as well, let's renegotiate a price. I mean, then what? Now we got damaged merchandise. Oh, we need a new this and new that, another warranty, whatever. Like, all these things going on through my head. Whether or not this is what they're doing, this is what I'm thinking. So, yeah, the people that are in the middle of buying my house, like I said, you got 10 more months on the lease agreement, right? Before it becomes an official finalized sale. If you're watching my content, I'm not saying that you're scamming me. I'm just saying that I have trust issues, and I don't trust many people at all. So, there's people in my family that I would think were trying to scam me. And I'm not saying immediate family, but I'm just saying family that I haven't seen in years. I mean, there's friends that I felt like could possibly be scamming me in the past. Like I could have been scammed. It doesn't mean anything. I'm just saying it's me. It's me. I have a problem with trust. So whenever something kind of feels like something else, it's like this. If you see a skunk, and you smell a skunk, it's probably a skunk. Or maybe it's just somebody smoking some of that stuff that's a little funky, and maybe they're wearing a black and white jacket or something. I don't know, but I'm just saying. Hypothetically, it's just, look, there weren't any termites in the house. There weren't any ants in the house. And all of a sudden it happens. I mean, and I have people that are here that kind of think in the same way that I'm thinking, like possibly am I being scammed? So I'm not calling anybody names. I'm just saying that I just feel like I'm being done wrong. Like I just don't feel this is a fair playing field right now. And that's just my opinion. All right, so I addressed something. I don't know if the buyers are ever watching this video. I mean, this YouTube channel doesn't barely get anybody watching anymore. So what are the odds that they're actually watching? It's like, are they really going to care? I mean, They know that I have a YouTube channel. They know that I've made paranormal stuff. I mean, I brought this stuff up to them. You know, it seems like, you know, they said they'd watched some recent videos, but they didn't exactly get into details of how long. I mean, they might watch what? Maybe they only watch a minute or so. And they're like, oh, this guy's boring. And they go away. Or maybe they watch whenever it has something to do with the house or the termites. Maybe they're watching all that stuff, right? And then everything else they don't watch. Like, I'm not asking all these questions, but I know that they're watching bits and pieces of content here and there. And so I'm going to still say what I got to say. I'm sorry, you know. I'm not in the wrong for voicing my opinion or my feelings about it. And I know you guys out here, some of you are already feeling certain vibes about the whole situation. And how can we not? I mean, it's like this. There's so many people in this world that try to, you know, that there's good people in the world, but there's people that try to scam you. So the people that are doing this scamming and doing people wrong, they ruin it for those who may not be doing anything wrong, because then you start to just automatically not trust anybody, especially when it comes to a business contract. It's like, oh, you know, people have done this in the past. They, you know, this is kind of a behavior you see in with someone trying to rip you off. And so, with that said, you got to blame some of the people that have already scammed people, because then they put this kind of like thought in your head. And then you start to think, when someone has a situation that's very similar to the one that someone was a victim of a scam, then you're like, oh, it's got to be a scam. So, like I said, hypothetically, supposedly, allegedly, like, I'm just, my opinion, it is all just, you know what I mean? Maybe you need to address it with the buyer. Yes, we definitely had some conversations there, Shannon. There are some things that I've talked to my attorney about, and my realtor friend. She's a realtor. My attorney's a friend as well. So I have friends in places in different professions, and we had conversations about things, and I got advice. And there is something that's happening, but I can't talk about it. I cannot talk about it. I can't even talk about that to such person right now either. There's certain things I can't tell anybody except for my realtor and my friend who's an attorney. It's the only people that know some of the specifics, and nobody else knows. And so there's things that are being addressed and things that are going into play. But I just can't say it right now. I cannot say it. Just bear with me as I go through this, and I will inform you during the process, like when it gets to a certain stage of the process, when I'm able to do such. But in the meantime, there's things I just cannot say right now, but I can down the road a little bit. So be patient. That time will come. We got Lisa out here. We have Ron Winarski. How you doing? Sounds kind of funky that when you lived there, you never had a problem with termites, and now all of a sudden you sold your home and now they complain about termites. Yes, exactly. That's the feeling, like I said. And it's like, I made a video 2 months ago back. It was like the 19th of July, and I got the footage, and I was going to try to upload it tonight, but I didn't have time. That's why I'm doing a live stream, because it's like I got so many things going on. I have footage of me on a roof taking care of some stuff, installing some, you know, seals around the vent pipes and everything, and I'm doing electrical work. And there's so many things I've been doing, and I have footage of such, you know, bits and pieces of things. So I'm going to throw a lot of stuff together, and sometime during the week when I have time, I'm going to, you know, upload it. So you'll get to see what's going on, and you get to see exactly what the hell I was predicting. And it's so crazy that I was so close to what's going on. It's kind of scary. It makes me like worried, because there's a thought that I have, and it's something that's got me wondering, because if I was able to kind of get an idea of what's going to happen back then, you know, back then I had the idea of what's going to happen in the future, which the last month to now, I'm concerned about the vibe that I'm getting now and where things are going to go in the future from this point, based on the feeling I'm getting. And I don't even know what the hell to what I just don't know what to think about this. Got Tina G out here. You're a good man. Thank you so much, Paranormal Magnet. Lisa, how you doing? Mick, how you doing? Guys, if you're out here, smash that like button. Share this on social media. YouTube, all that stuff. Yeah, I do have some TikTok footage. Do I even have a TikTok account anymore? The last time I logged into TikTok, it was Musically. That's how long ago it has been. It's been since I logged into TikTok. You believe that? The last time that I logged in was when it was still called Musically. Wow. Why? I don't know. It's crazy. It's a long time. Hey, Mick Patacos, what's happening? Janet Johnston, we got Paranormal Magnet. Can someone get a piece of that wood in their house and check for... Yes, there's things going on. I got some footage. I don't know what I got to check something here. I got to check something here. I guess the safest way to do that is to do it this way. Oh, yeah. Interesting. Well, I can say is that I do have access to this. I can see what's going on at the front door. Yeah. What other place can I see what's going on? Oh, yeah, backyard. Another place that I can see what's going on. Backyard, yeah. Probably not going to show the other things. There's too many different camera angles. I don't know. I just feel like it's not good to show too much, It's not good to show too much. Well, maybe one more driveway. That's pretty much... All right, so, like I said, you got to keep an eye on your property until the tenements are up. I'm not having disrespect to my property because technically it's, like I said, until that lease is all the way up, I still have the obligations to pay the friggin' taxes and all the other stuff, but they have the obligation to pay me the monthly payments, which basically a portion of that goes towards the actual principal of the house. So it's kind of like doing an owner financing, but it's a rent. So there's a rental portion, and then there's a part that goes. There's a percentage that goes as rental, and a percentage that goes as to the principal as a payment of the house. You know what I mean? But the way the contract is written, any kind of breach of contract, that's, say if they initiate the breach, if they initiate the issue, if they one that backs out of the contract, that they forfeit all money put into the whole entire thing. So now if it was my fault and any issue happened where it was my obligation and I didn't follow through, then I would be on the hook for that, not them. You see what I'm saying? So I've done nothing wrong other than to sell the house as a rent to own. That was the wrong thing to do. I should have never done that. You know? Kind of regret that big time. Evict those bastards. Yes, not my words. I mean, that was your words, but I'm like, yeah, like I said, like something has to happen that's that I don't know. I can't really say much right now, but something has to stop. The bad has to stop and the good has to happen. It's like if you push one way too far and there's the end of a cliff and you're pushing and you're getting closer to the end, you can fall. Maybe if you push the other way, you'd be all right. Where are we going with this? I really don't want to speculate too much right now. I will let you know as this plays out. Like I said, there are things that are happening, and we'll know more about it later. Don't wait until 10 months. Evict them if they're deliberately ruining your house. Okay, now that was a comment that I read. I'm not saying any of these things. If the buyer, you know who you are if you're watching. Like I said, I'm reading comments. People have opinions. I have an opinion. We're only speaking what we believe could possibly be a situation based on what other people have done to people in the past. Because of those people who have done wrong, it only just puts in our minds the possibility that it could be happening to us. So you cannot blame any of us for thinking that we could possibly be witnessing a scam unfolding and I'm the victim. You just, like I said, it's a crazy world. A lot of people doing a lot of crazy things. The pandemic has happened and more people are desperate than ever before. Okay? There's no telling what people's intentions are these days, okay? So we're only just stating what we feel could possibly be the scenario. Doesn't mean that anyone's pointing fingers and saying, hey, you're this and you're that. We're all just throwing in our thoughts, our opinions, and just kind of contributing what we have going on in our mind and what we think about this. Halloween and hoodies. Oh boy, Halloween is near. I wonder how Halloween is going to be here. Because this is a very interesting neighborhood. You know, this is now 2 months in this new neighborhood. And I'm curious to see how Halloween is going to be around here. I am really curious to see how Halloween is going to be. I don't know what I'm in for. All I know is it's been quite an eventful time with what has been happening. You know, right now I smell this musty mildew smell because there has been a water leak in the ceiling from the roof, and I'm convinced other units are experiencing water problems, and it's kind of going through the whole attic and it's spreading through the whole entire freaking townhome. So I feel like this whole place it needs something done, and yeah, they're putting me into another unit, which is not too far from this one, and I'm counting the days. We're getting closer and closer for me having to, to go there, and they're actually going to help me move stuff in there. So, hey, that's good. So they're taking responsibility. It's not like I'm nitpicking. It's not like, oh, we got a little leak. It's not like a tiny little microscopic leak, and I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, this is where you can see discoloration in the ceiling. You can see some black in the paint, and you can smell something really strong, and the paint is bubbling and it's getting bad, and that's an issue, and that becomes a health issue. Okay, and then I'm having legit breathing problems. There's times when I'm wearing masks. All right, I have to sometimes wear a mask when I'm in that one room, because there's a room that's like right across from here, and that's where it's really bad. Okay, so and there's only 2 bedrooms and one that's like could be a bonus, or technically, you know what I mean? So where do I rest my head at night? Do I want to be smelling mildew? No, I don't. I don't need that. And then you can smell it throughout the whole. It's like the smell is just all over in here, but it's stronger right where the source is. But I can smell it everywhere. And yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised I'm breathing without wheezing right now because it gets bad. It gets bad. Who else is in this live stream? Yes, like I said, it's very unusual for me to do a live stream on this channel, which will soon be named something else because it's not going to stay this name for that much longer. The only reason why it's staying this name is because I'll lose my verified check mark if I change the name, and that's going to be the thing. And then people are going to not know if it's really me or not. The Real Paranormal Investigation and Research. Thank you so much for that super chat. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm telling you, mold sucks. It sucks ass. Man, it does. It's no joke. That stuff is. I got one of these with me in my pocket at all times. So if I have to, let's not have any comments about anything like if I'm wearing this. I'm not trying to bring any kind of political thing up right now. This is not about politics. This is not about this or that. It's about me filtering out mold spores. Okay? That's what it's about right now. It's can't stand it. October is a fun month. Yes, Eric, and October's coming. It's the final countdown, and October is going to be here. And I'm going to be having a blast, right? It's going to be like Oktoberfest. It's going to be a lot of stuff going on. It can be like, what do you call it, Rocktober? Is that what it is? What do they call these things? I don't know. Whatever you may call it. I always feel like October is a festive month, with the trick-or-treating, the decoration, the Halloween stuff, the squirrels, hoarding their nuts, running around trying to stash their nuts somewhere. Some of them getting their nuts run over because they're all over the road. It's just squirrels in a frenzy. Every time I see October on the calendar, I mentally just envision like a squirrel, like holding a calendar, counting the days, and every day is like, how many more nuts are they stashing here? How many more nuts are they stashing there? Gene Darby, thank you so much. You love my hair. Hey, thank you. I look younger. Awesome. Hey, it's great to feel younger there. Thank you so much for that super chat. We got to get together and do these like picture-in-picture things like we did in the past. I keep saying it, but it's like I gotta get that thing working with this program. So that would be cool if we can do that. So we can get it working with what I have. Let's see who else is out here. Yoshi Girl 777. What is going on, everyone? Hey. I don't decorate. I don't know what I like, and I leave light off. Candy's only for me. There you go. There you go. Big Tim's. Yeah. There you go, Big Tim there. Yeah, if I'm gonna put candy out there, I don't know. These days, you get robbed, right? You put candy out there, and you have like some greedy kids come by and take everything. It's like, trying to keep your distance now, right? Like everybody says, keep your distance, right? Like, if you try to do all that, leave your candy outside, be all stolen. I don't know. I just like the spookiness about it, It's like, it gives me an opportunity to like maybe explore some really crazy, creepy places. Maybe go with a friend and explore and share it on YouTube. Let me know if that's something you want me to do. Because I may have someone that I can go exploring with. Who knows? Maybe October will be the start of that. Explore here, explore there. Yeah. Go to the pool. Go to the community pool first. Whenever I have a guest, I'm like, hey, we gotta go to the pool. Gotta go to the pool, right? My friend came and like, but she ran off that psycho woman. Then that psycho woman got banned from the pool. But She was just speaking her mind. That's what happens. When you have friends who care about you, they defend you. They speak up for you. Like, hey, don't disrespect him. Like, you're crossing your line. Look at the lines. Like, have respect. With all that stuff. Holy crap! Oh my gosh! I need to get my blue blockers on. This is way too bright. It's like I got lights all over the place now. I took out a couple of my lights out of the boxes so I could have more lights going on. Now it's to an extreme. I think I've overdone it. I need to chill with the lights. Sounds like a great idea, says Tina G. There you go. Peace, love, and hope. Haunted forests. It's fun. Yes, going into the forest where there's bears and wild animals. Oh, it sounds so scary. Haunted mazes. You're an amazing person there. Hey, yes, I want to explore. Sounds like a great thing to do, guys. It really does. Anyway, I got a lot going on, so yes, only wear a mask if you have to. Yes, like when it comes to this mildew and this mold that's going on, sometimes I'm wearing it. Like it just gets so bad, but I'm usually not even really in here much. I'm outside walking, or if I'm not walking, I'm working on the job site, and if I'm not doing that, like I'm walking. Really, it's just the way that is. All right, let's see who else is out here. Peace, love, and hope. There you go. Ramona, how you doing? Hey, my dad had a house something like with the same problem in Mexico. Little by little, a lot of things started to happen. Things being moved around the house, screaming, La Llorona, and worse stuff. Whoa, my gosh. Mamma mia. All right, guys, smash that thumbs up there. Or whatever it is, the like button, and ring the bell, ring that bell or something, turn the bell on, let yourself know when I'm uploading whatever it is. Turn that thing on, I don't know what else to say. I got to get my blue blockers on before I have an insomnia situation going on. I'm already stressing about things, so it's hard to sleep with the things going on in my head. Can imagine not having my blue blockers on at the right time at night. I'm going to throw myself out. It's going to all be bad. Yeah, great hair day. You do look younger. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a great hair day. Well, should I smile? Maybe I'll smile more with confidence. I have been using a teeth whitener toothpaste. Very strong. I think it's called Crest Brilliance. Am I saying this right? Crest Brilliance. It's really good toothpaste. This is not sponsored by Crest, but I feel like it's helping my teeth get whiter. Maybe it's a great thing, right? So we'll see what happens. I got hope. Anyway, anyone want to buy it? The Conjuring House? Oh man, the Conjuring House. Hey, that sounds pretty scary. Kathy Evans, try to think positive. Absolutely. I will try to stay positive. I will try to think positive. And there's some crazy stuff that I got that's caught on camera. And these people that are technically like tenants, I guess, in the house that I sold, they had sent me some footage of what they experienced in the house because they had one of the cameras on. Yeah. If you want me to add that and include that in the what do you call it? My next video, comment below. Let's just get a lot. If we get like maybe 100 comments saying, "Hey, yeah, include it," I'll include it, because otherwise I have to transfer it over onto the computer, and I have to render it in and all that stuff. And I got to get it off the phone, and I got to get it out of the actual message because they sent it through a message thing. So I got to download it into the phone, and I gotta share it. What is it called? AirDrop it. I can't think because I got to get my blue blockers on. That's why I can't think. I got to get my blue blockers on. All right. You look smart wearing glasses. Oh, boy. Oh, see how deceptive these are? They make me look smart. It's like, it's so false, isn't it? It's giving you the false impression of me. It's like, oh, look at that smart guy. Oh, look at that smart. Look at that idiot. Look at that idiot. Oh, look at that smart guy. Well, now he's being a smart ass. Wait a minute. No, I put these on my ass, then I'll be a smart ass. I got to put these glasses on my ass. Hold on. Let me get up and turn around. Probably not going to be appropriate when I do this, but I'm going to be a smart ass putting these on my ass right now. Okay. Now that was just being a smart ass. Now I'm being so punny. I got to get the hell out of here before I start talking nonsense. You know? Oh my gosh. All right. You know what? I got to get going. I got to get my blue blockers on. Things are going to get a little weird in this house if I don't get my blue blockers on. There's going to be like people next door like, what's going on there, Bobby? Like, we can hear stuff through the wall. Like, they probably got a cup on the wall. You know, they're probably listening to me right now like, what is he talking about? Like, people listening because that's how close we are together to everybody. It's like you got to like keep your volume down or people next door like can hear you through the wall, even though there is a firewall. And this is funny because you think of a firewall, you think about computers. In a townhome, there's firewalls where there's actually a separation that's more than just wood that separates to kind of keep fire from spreading from unit to unit. But still, sound can resonate and vibrate through things, and you can still hear things because you have an attic. Sound can go up through an attic and over. Just think about it. Sound can move around. People can just find an area and just stick a cup on the wall, right? But they'll be listening to me and be like, hey, what are you doing? Hey, you're supposed to be drinking out of the cup. Don't put it on your ear. I don't know. Jim Carrey would put them on his ass. Alrighty then. All right, I gotta get out of here. You know, you would make a good comedian. There you go. Yeah, comedy, the comedy hour at Bobby's. You know, wait till I actually get my permanent place instead of this in between rental townhouse. You know, like I said, waiting out the market to kind of pop. It's actually starting to go down a little bit. I'm watching it. I keep my eyes on things, you know, and I'm hoping that doesn't come into play with their little manipulation that they're doing with the termite situation and all the other things that I think could possibly be happening hypothetically now. Yeah, just keep messing with, and the housing prices go down. Then that's just going to be another thing to be up against. Oh, your house value goes down if you got termites. Oh, and then now the housing bubble busts, so that goes down even more. So like, well, am I getting screwed left and right? Like, I don't know. But anyway, I got to get out of here. You know, I talk so much. I need more action for you guys. I need more action. Like, more action. Like, sitting on my ass right now, I might as well just sit on my glasses because sometimes it gets so painful. You know, like, I just need to get up and do something. I need to walk. I need to go outside and walk, but I need to go with my blue blockers. You know how difficult it is walking in the neighborhood with blue blockers on at nighttime? You know, people look at, if you got somebody walking by looking at you must be stoned or something. You just don't want nobody to see your eyes. Like, wearing them things at night, walking around in the dark. Like, what's up with that? But hey, you know what? I'm not going to care. I just want to make sure that I don't walk into the wrong place, because these townhouses look the same at nighttime. I'm telling you, there's times I'm like, I got to double check. And make sure I'm going in the right place. Because, especially when I park in a Tesla in the garage and I want to make sure that I'm going in the right place and I'm not going in the wrong place. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Good luck, Bobby. Thank you so much, Gene Darby. Thank you. I bet you look crazy. I'm telling you. Stay blessed, everyone. Yes, all you guys are amazing. I hope you stay safe out there. Yeah, this is unusual for me to be doing a live stream on this channel. This is usually just upload only, right? And the live streams are usually on Up to Speed Media. I did it backwards this time, so hey, bear with me as I try to get back on track, doing things the right way instead of like doing it the backwards way. I just felt like I needed to reach out more to everyone that's been here, because I feel like we're losing people on the other channel, and I gotta go and jump over here and like say, hey, how you doing? Anyway, smash the like button, share it on social media, ring the bell, play with the bell, whatever, jingle the bell, whatever it is. I mean, it's getting close to jingle bell time anyway. We've got a few months to go, but I gotta get out of here. All of you guys are amazing. That's gonna be it. I'm gonna be like crazy if I don't get my blue blockers on. Like sleep deprivation can make you go nuts. I mean, and if you go nuts in October, you're gonna be attacked by squirrels. I'm just saying. It happens. All right, I gotta go. I am done with this. You guys are amazing. Buona notte, everybody. All right, there, Tina. Take care. Be safe. Hey, I'm looking forward to October. Squirrels are gonna get crazy. Things are gonna get nutty. We're going to have a blast. I just know it. I just feel it. Despite all the things that are going on right now that I've brought to you here on this live stream, I'm going to stay positive. I'm going to stay fixated on the better things that are going on in my life and be thankful for the things that are great in my life. Be thankful for what I have. Be thankful for my family. And that's the most important thing, is family and the good friends that I have in my life. And everything else is materialistic. Everything else is just this and that. You know what I'm saying? It's about what we have. You guys are amazing. It's just, you cannot replace the amazing people in your life. No matter what kind of money someone throws your way, it's all about people. It's about those people that you care about. And so when I think about everything and I think about this and that that's really stressing me out, I just think about how thankful I am that I have family in my life, that I have friends in my life, that I have people that care. And that's the most important thing. And I just deal with all these things as I can. And I think the only reason why I get so much pressure and stress is because I want to be the best provider of my family. Because even though everyone and all my kids grew up, I still want to provide that environment and be able to provide. And holidays coming, I want to be able to give gifts to my family, and do those things. But it gets harder and harder when you're financially strapped. So all these things worry, and I just don't want to stress my family out. So I try to stay positive. But anyway, I got to go. Blue blockers need to go in my eyes so that I don't have insomnia. We don't need that. I've dealt with it. I'm sure you guys have watched some videos of mine and you know exactly what it does to me. You saw it in real live streams, because you saw me like, Roland, Bobby, whatever. You guys back then, you were calling me Roland. And then we had this conversation like, it's Bobby. My cousin's name is Roland. I'm Bobby. Ronald was the given name. And, of course, the whole Ronald McDonald thing all stemmed off of me being in school, being called that name when I was a kid. But, let's go right here now. I got to go. You guys are amazing. Take care. Peace, love, and hope. Angie, take care. Smiles at you, Jennifer. Take care. Big Tim Colts. Hey, guys. Melissa. Hey. Janet. Johnston. Connie. Oh, my gosh. If I don't have my blue blockers, this is bad. This is not good. Gotta go. Smash the like button. Share it on there. Whatever. Ring the bell. Jingle the bell. Just don't shake it too much. People might look at you funny. I gotta go. I am totally done. I'm going to get toasted if I don't get out of here. All right, guys, take care. Be safe. Let me go find the end button. I'm not on life support or anything. I'm not trying to end. I'm talking the end of the live stream so we can, even though I'm alive and we're all here together live, I need to. See, I'm already talking nonsense. Look, I must have put the glasses on my butt right now because it's probably as intelligent as I'm going to get. I need to get out of here. Seriously, I am.